Adelina is from Indonesia herself, instead of me. And here, let's start about some general stuff here. So, West Indonesia. I think you guys coming from Asia, you got it and you got it figured out just where it is. But people from Europe, the name is familiar, I guess, but it's kind of hard to point out where it is exactly. Here's a few quick facts about Indonesia, and it gives you some perspective since the population is 243 million. It's kind of non-dynamic to make some changes, or at least make some major changes when it comes to education.
Okay, so this is the education system in Indonesia. There are 3 years kindergarten, 6 years primary school, and we divide the secondary school into two, which is junior and senior high school. Each is 3 years. And then our bachelor degrees is actually 4 years, and master for 3 years, and PhD for 2 until 6 years. So there's two types of school in Indonesia. The national school will all normally run by private and public school, and national plus school, which is mostly private. And we have religion-based and non-religion-based school. And the difference is also the curriculum. So this is the logo of our national curriculum. So national schools definitely using the government curriculum, but National Plus is a government curriculum add up with an international curriculum. This is the two most famous curriculum that is being used in Indonesia, which is IB or Cambridge.
Yeah, here's some pictures about the ICT usage in Indonesia. As you can see there, that's quite the same that the ones we have in Finland. But the key thing is that it's not equal throughout Indonesia. Instead of in Finland, we have almost equal ICT chances in every school. There's a few websites. Most of you guys know at least something about this, maybe all. At least we've been using group sessions out of these. For example, Google Drive. So I guess these are quite on the same level as we have in Finland here. As I said, the equality is the main problem. So here is a few pictures about the rural areas of Indonesia, and here, as you can see, there's not much ICT over there, and the whole facility is quite outdated. And quick facts about Indonesian education: 2.6 million teachers. To point out one thing, that means that if the ICT skills are not enough, then educating 2.6 million teachers is kind of a hard job, I guess. And equality, can I continue from here?
Yes, equality is the main issue. So as you know, the capital city is Jakarta, and there's a lot of islands. So the further you're from Jakarta, the lack facility you will have. Like, okay, it's supposed to be written electricity here. So 20% of Indonesian part is not having electricity yet. So how are we going to use technology without electricity? Where are we going to plug it? So this is actually a bigger problem. And one of the solutions that bring Indonesia together is, so Indonesia want to change this. There's an NGO, this is the biggest education NGO called Indonesia Mengajar. It's a voluntary teaching project to the remote area to inspire and to improve Indonesian education. So we hope that from being teacher, we can change and see from different perspectives, to be more open-minded, to be more focus-oriented, and learn beyond the textbook. Because education is the key to develop a nation. So who is in charge? For basic education, both of it is Ministry of Education, but we divide it into two. For basic, it's going to be Ministry of Education and Culture, and higher education is Ministry of Education and Higher Education. And this is some of the effort. Actually, we still have more, but mostly it's in Bahasa Indonesia. And this is some of the program And me myself, I experienced both. It's called bantuan operasional sekolah, or a funding that given to the school directly.
Yeah, about the problems, the main problem is, as I said, inequality, also lack of electricity, which kind of restricts the ICT usage, I guess. Also unemployment teachers and economical issues kind of wraps it up. A few differences between Finland and Indonesia. If you remember one thing, remember that in Finland we have somewhere around 80,000 teachers, while in Indonesia there are 2.6 million teachers. So that affects on teacher education as well. It's kind of easier to educate 80,000 teachers instead of 2.6 million. But there's also similarities. Problems are same, some parts at least. ICT usage is kind of the same. But teacher is a respected profession. And also national curriculums are the same. Quite.
Okay, so this is one of our respected person in Indonesia. His name is Vihla. He is the father of education in Indonesia. So this is an old Japanese language. It's not even bahasa Indonesia. So the meaning is, okay, let me go back. Okay, the meaning is giving example ahead and giving motivation side by side and giving support from the back. So this is Tuturi Handayani is the quote that we are using in all our education system. So as you can see, actually the logo has that writing all the way. So we believe that we need to give support all the time to the students to make the education better.
Yeah, thank you.
Any questions? Yes?
Why do teenagers drop the school?
Oh, because first, so this is, okay, let me put it this way. Not all Indonesians are well educated, so sometimes they feel that education is not important as well. And as you can see just now, I will show you the picture again. Like, for example, here, sometimes they need to work for their parents. Sometimes their parents are like either sick, unemployed, and sometimes the kids are the one who need to fund their family. That is what happened in Indonesia. And mostly people that is not having electricity, they don't even have house. So if you happen to travel to Indonesia, you can see people living under the highway. So they decide to drop school because they simply don't have time. That is not their major concern. Their major concern is what I'm going to eat today, how I'm going to earn the money. So if you happen to travel to Indonesia, sometimes when you are waiting during traffic jam, there are like some kids selling things, or some kids that is singing, or just simply begging. They are the one who drop school, but some of them not all of them are like that, but some of them also knows the importance of education and they try to stay in school. And sometimes it's just because the other reason is sometimes in that area itself, as you can see, Indonesian part is there's a lot of islands, small islands. There are 3,000 islands in Indonesia. Not all the islands have school. That's the problem as well. Or sometimes they only have until primary school. And in order for them to continue to secondary school, they need to sometimes travel to other islands. So some students in Indonesia also experience traveling to their school using boat or crossing the river and stuff like that.
But are there programs for schools in rural areas?
Yes, but again, Asia is a very famous country for corruption, so it's not. There's a lot of programs, but it's just not working because the money is not going to the right direction. And sometimes the transportation will be the major issue. Like here, if you want to travel from Jakarta to Jayapura, it takes 9 hours. Can you imagine that? And there's like small islands. And sometimes to reach some parts of Indonesia, you need to use helicopters. So I have friends who teach in Jayapura. This is the place where, what is it called? There is a gold mine run by an American company. And there's international school there for the people who work, expatriate who work there. And from the airport in Jayapura to reach, so they land in the airport and then they take bus and you need to take helicopter to reach the school. So that is the situation.
They are so rich.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you think that having this number of islands, does it affect negatively having a joint comprehensive plan for improving quality of education?
Yes. Yes. Like what Ville emphasized, there is no equality. Like, so okay, we need to relate this a little bit about geography. So as you can see, Jakarta is over there. The whole land of Jakarta is called Java. And Java is the most advanced island compared to the others.
Why?
Because the government is there. And people are all investing in Jakarta. All the embassies in Jakarta.
And I guess most of the Western money goes to
Yes,
Jakarta.
to Jakarta or Java, not to the other. Especially going towards that side. So yeah.
Is there any idea like to have in every big island, let's say not in every island, but in big islands to have a ministry, a little ministry of education, let's say, who coordinate with?
They do, but it's just not working well. They do. Oh yeah, the other thing about corruption in Indonesia is not only about money, but it's also about time. So we do have free education, but the way some teachers take free education is too literal. I mean, in a public school, you can find a class unattended. So the teachers is actually hired, but they don't come to class. Yeah, that's happening. They don't come to class, so maybe they just came and then said, okay, you are going to have homework. Please do this. And then they just left. And they will just do whatever they want. So corruption is also happening in time, not only money in Indonesia. And that is the thing that, luckily, like I said just now, there is this organization, Indonesia Mengajar. Mengajar means teaching.
And then students have to
So
come to their class at home.
there is the pioneer of this organization happened to be our new Minister of Education. And we really put hope in him because we see what he did before, way before he became a Minister of Education. So finally we really have somebody who has a good background and a good philosophy to change education. But he's very new now. It's the same thing happening like in Thailand. When we change ministry, there will be a changing of curriculum. So yeah, it's very unstable.
Yeah.
Any other else?
Yes, I have something also to add that, for example, here in Finland, people trust the government, so it's a mutual thing that the people who are in charge, they trust the employees, and the employees they trust their government. So we really hope to reach this point that there will be trust, mutual trust.
Yeah, we really hope that as well.
I think the trust comes from the way of behavior. If I steal the items from you, will you trust me? So there are so many scandals in my country that people stop trusting the government. So you can see that is the situation.
Yeah, I think that is a kind of Asian thing.
Not only.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal there.
Yeah. But what I can say from my perspective, so there's like a lot of because politics really give a great impact towards education. So what I can see, starting from last year, we actually just changed our president. And if you know what phenomena happened when Obama just being the president of United States, everyone put hope and stuff. That is actually happening in Indonesia currently. So with the new government, with the new president, new minister, we really hope that there will be change. And what we do to get rid of corruption is there's like actually we do have organization that is anti-corruption, but last year we just found that the president also do corruption and he's in jail. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we need to work out. But I believe that as teacher we have the power, like I said, to implement the good things to the students. Because if we give the right perspective to the students, there will be an integrated students who will be a better generation to lead all of our country.
Okay, no more questions.
Yeah.
Just to wrap it up, I think Adelina will take it from here.
Yeah, but thank you for your presentation. And I
Thank you.